We got people in the chat saying this man looked like Gomer Pyle, and I wasn't really an Andy Griffin type person back in the day, so I can't really qualify that or not. But I'll take y'all word for it nonetheless. This story coming out of Oklahoma, and I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all ever want a reason to hate Oklahoma, this will be a good one. I am tired of seeing my original home state. Even though I live in Texas now, I can't claim this. This is bad. This is real bad. And I'm just tired of seeing these stories. Y'all remember my friend Doris, who helped save some children that were involved in a crazy story? What if I told y'all that this story is very similar to the House of Horrors story that went viral, that almost went viral on my channel, then went viral on News 4 in Oklahoma? Story is very similar. This was almost a House of Horrors. It was on the way to being that. So let me give you guys a disclaimer from Mommy of Three, and then we'll go from there. Let's get it. Keep it short.
Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, new website articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer.
And I'm going to be using people.com, so thank you for the article. They had the most comprehensive article here. Okay, brace yourselves. Do I need to give another disclaimer? Maybe I do, because the details are a little bit strange. This video contains material and information that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences. So if you ain't got no thick skin, this might not be where you want to be. Exit the video now. Yeah, she looks like Gomer Pyle. That's a lady right there. She definitely looks like Gomer Pyle. Funny looking self. The mother and stepfather. Hashtag mom's deranged pedophilic boyfriend. The mother and stepfather of an 11-year-old girl, so under the age of 13, will make pedophile, not a hebephile, that make a pedophile, so that's correct. 11-year-old girl in Oklahoma the mother and stepfather have been charged with felony child neglect after their daughter gave birth to a baby at home with no medical support. An 11-year-old child gave birth to a baby in their house with no medical support, which means she probably got pregnant along the age of 10 years old. Okay? Everybody catch that? According to reports from local outlets, KOTV, Fox 23, KJRH, Dustin Walker, 34 years stupid, this effing idiot right here, and Cherie Walker, 33 years old. They look related. They were funny looking. Anyway, they have been accused of failing to provide supervision or medical care for a child after she gave birth to a full-term child on August the 16th in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Lord, have mercy. Full term. They knew, absolutely knew. And I'm going to talk about that freaking fool here in a minute too. That's an old fool right there. That woman is an old fool. I'm going to tell you why I say that here in just a little bit. Muskogee County Assistant District Attorney Janet Hudson told the news that both adults alleged that they did not know the child was pregnant when she gave birth. Highly doubt that. Highly doubt that that's true. Court documents obtained by Fox 23 reportedly state that she was 36 weeks pregnant. In the court documents, investigators say that the 11-year-old girl had not been to the doctor in more than a year and had not received any prenatal care. Hudson told KJRH that the district attorney's office learned about the incident after the girl was taken to the hospital after giving birth. I was horror-stricken to find out it's an 11-year-old girl who gave birth, Hudson told the news. that she had no medical care and she had no one to be with her. The district attorney also said that she anticipates filing additional charges against the parents, and authorities are currently waiting on a paternity test to determine the baby's father. Let me say that again. They are waiting on paternity results of who the father is. Do you guys want me to burst the bubble now? Sure, of course you do. The DNA results are in, and I confirm, based on what I read in the news, the results came back at 99.9% that this effing pedophile, the father, is also the grandfather of the baby. Or the step-grandfather of the baby. Isn't that crazy? Chances of the mother knowing this are very high. Here's what's, you know what, I'm jumping the gun. Let me slow down before I talk about that woman. So to let y'all know the results, you are the father. This child is traumatized. She's been through a horrific ordeal. I mean, not only has somebody gotten her pregnant, but she gave birth at home without medical assistance, and this will be her life for the rest of her life. And that's according to Hudson telling the news. Hudson also told the news that the girl and other children in the home may have been homeschooled. The guardians are currently in the Muskogee County Jail, Hudson added to the news. They both have a $100,000 bond in place. Like I said, I do anticipate filing additional charges and amending that information shortly, so maybe they can get them a higher bond. That'd be good. The 11-year-old's grandmother, which is this whore right here. I mean, this woman right here on the screen, this wonderful elderly woman who looks like she's aging like spoiled milk, right? The 11-year-old's grandmother, who was identified by KJRH as Michelle, spoke out in defense of the couple. Let me freaking say that again without cussing. She spoke out in defense of these two idiots, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. She defended them. Did y'all catch that? Type in the chat if y'all heard what I said. Type a little something in that chat. She defended the couple. Do y'all think she defended the little 11-year-old girl? Oh, no, she didn't. She actually took it a step further in not defending the 11-year-old girl as a victim. Right? Here's what she said. I just want people to know we did not know this was happening. None of us. They've made my daughter and my son-in-law into monsters. They are not monsters. They love these children. They love them, she said, adding that she hopes to see her grandchildren again. This whore. Yep. Hudson reminded the public that there are various ways to report suspected child abuse. The couple is set next to appear in court on September the 3rd, which is, depending on when you're watching this, a week from now, just a little over a week from now. There are numerous resources available to reach out to law enforcement, the Department of Human Services, or the district attorney's office. When you see something that may be abuse or neglect, she told, when you see something you see that appears to be abuse or neglect, call the National Child Abuse Hotline, 800-4CHILD, 800-422-4453, childhelp.org. Or all calls are confidential and free, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and available in 170 languages. You know what she said on video? And I'm going to show y'all. Grandma actually said that maybe it was one of the other children who did it. You can't, shout out to Tommy, you can't make this shit up. Fair usage. Let's go.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody. which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Y'all do me a favor. If y'all want to support our message and what I do on this channel, please hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section. Make these stories go viral. Wherever you can share it, just click the link and hit share, right? I want y'all to hear this. You won't believe this until you see the news videos. So here we go. Let's get it.
A Muskogee County couple is charged with child neglect after an 11-year-old girl in their care gave birth at home over the weekend. A Muskogee County couple is charged with child neglect after an 11-year-old girl in their care gave birth at home over the weekend. Thanks for joining us. I'm Craig Day.
And I'm Lori Fulbright. News on 6's Michaela Glenn has more on the case.
The district attorney says this case is heartbreaking. The young girl was brought to a local hospital on Saturday after giving birth at home, and police were immediately contacted. Dustin and Cherry Walker are charged with child neglect, accused of failing to provide supervision or medical care for the child who investigators say hadn't seen a doctor in more than a year. Muskogee County Assistant District Attorney Janet Hudson says both adults claim they didn't know the girl was pregnant.
I can tell you that the child is rather petite and the baby was a normal-sized infant.
Hudson says she had a similar case with a 14-year-old girl earlier in her career and says this is a terrible thing for a child to go through.
This child is traumatized. She's been through a horrific ordeal. I mean, not only has somebody gotten her pregnant, she's given birth. She gave birth at home without medical assistance. And this will be her life for the rest of her life.
She says doctors and schools often notice these cases and report them, but this child wasn't around either.
The child had been out of school for a period of time, and it is my understanding the children may have been homeschooled.
DNA testing will be done soon to determine the father of the baby. Hudson is urging anyone who suspects child abuse or neglect to report it.
I want people to know that there are people to reach out to: law enforcement, the Department of Human Services, the District Attorney's Office. When you see something that may be abuse or neglect, call someone and tell them.
There are steps being taken to make sure the girl and her newborn are safe. In Muskogee, Michaela Glenn, Oklahoma's own News on 6.
And that DNA testing and more information should be available in this case within about 10 days.
Let me see if I can find... Do I not have that video? I wanted y'all to hear the grandmother. All right, I was able to find that video. It's really short, and I'm going to have to turn my volume down so you can hear it. But I'll fix the audio on the replay.
We didn't know this was happening. None of us.
How do you think your granddaughter got pregnant?
She keeps telling us that it was the little 12-year-old boy that I used to keep. I babysat.
I'm hoping you guys caught that. So if you didn't hear it, I'll fix the audio on it. She's basically saying she's blaming, I think, the 12-year-old, if I'm not mistaken, for getting the 11-year-old pregnant. Here's the cold part about it. The DNA results are in, and the biological father is the stepfather, Dustin Walker. And this woman is still trying to say that these are good people. They're good people, y'all. And you know what? And you notice she didn't speak in defense of the kids. And that scares me about people when they're quick to defend a grown person. When it comes to kids, where's the advocacy? And I think that's where I stand in the gaps. When I see stuff like that, I got to call it out. And I'm like, no, that's not right. Your focus is completely ass backwards. These are full-grown ass adults that should have known what was going on in their household. Well, they did, because I believe that they were active participants. They were assailants. They were R-A-P-I-S-T, R-A-P-I-S-T-S. The R word. I believe they were S-A-N, probably together. Because if he was doing it, and he was doing it to her daughter, there's a good chance she knew about it. And I think that the investigators got this right. And I hope that they get a lifetime sentence in prison. And I think people like this, she's an enabler, right? When you see these people do wrong, she probably allowed them to do all kind of wrong when they were kids, just let them do whatever it is that they wanted to do. So as they got older, they just became more emboldened in their bad ways. You don't learn from continuing to keep coddling somebody like that. But I think he's a horrible individual, and I think that there's a good chance that you're probably going to be hearing about some bad things happening to that dude. So I'm not saying for people to do anything illegal, but I'm just not mad at it if it happens. But thank you guys so much. Keep those children in your prayers. Like, what are they supposed to do with this? They're traumatized, and they're going to have to live with that trauma. So keep them in your prayers foremost. Thank you guys so much for listening with an open mind as well as an open heart. But that's why I feel like she's a horrible person. But thank you guys so much. Make this story go viral, and we'll go from there, okay? Thank you.